Hi, everybody. Now, since this week is week 3 and we're gathering our materials, and we've been talking about interview questions, I'd like to show you the answers to the week 2 interview questions. And the first one is the FizzBuzz test. And this is a super common question to ask, and it helps filter out this. I actually got this from Stack Overflow. So when we do this, write a program that prints the numbers from 1 to 100. Pretty simple. So you're thinking loop, right? But for multiples of 3, print fizz instead of the number, and for the multiples of 5, print buzz. But here's the kicker: for numbers which are both multiples of both 3 and 5, print FizzBuzz. So what they're looking for here is an if-else statement, and I've placed the answer into your week 3 folder. But I'd like to go over it real quick. So here I've got a JavaScript compiler here, and I can go ahead and run this. Let's make sure unknown token. Let me see. Oh, it's the dot plus. Actually, this is done in PHP, to be honest with you. So let's use a PHP compiler. I usually keep both compilers up. REPL-IT is a great place to practice with these interview questions. So I'm going to go to REPL-IT PHP, and we can go and use the command line interface. So either one, I mean, if you're in this class, you've had experience with both. So there's no harm with answering this in JavaScript. I just had it ready with this section. So basically, and don't worry about line 13 here. This is non-numeric value encountered. That's because it is a non-numeric value. That's not a warning, not an error by any means. So what we're doing is oh, that's because I did I changed my plus to my dot. Let's run this now. And so if you can see, there's buzz, fizz. I'm actually outputting the number. If no output equals I. But I did that to show you guys the numbers. So this is it. So remember the requirements. If it's multiple of 3, fizz, multiple of 5, buzz, and if it's multiple of both, it's FizzBuzz. So basically, when we do the numbers here, and I can once again uncomment this out so you can see the scalar I and run it. Now you see at the top 1, 2, multiple of 3, multiple of 5, multiple of 3, multiple of 3, multiple of 5, multiple of 3, multiple of 3 and 5. So how do we do that? Well, we did an ifs for each, and then outputted the variables separately. There's no need to do an if-else. That's the trick, because the output, if you think about it, when we run through the loop, this condition will have been met, this condition will have been met, and if there's no output, then we just output the number so we can see the number. But again, to answer the question correctly, we'll have that commented out. So that's your answer, and that's a common one. It's one worth studying. Had a lot of students get asked that, and a lot of times they ask you to code it on a whiteboard and in front of people, and what they'll do is check out your process. That's a big deal. So this right here is, we can run and just change the JavaScript to it, and it should work fine. So let's do, excuse me, I'm doing double declarations here. And for our output, so we'll just, actually, I would do a let here for ES6. And then we can do since we're in a loop, we'll let output equal 0. If output, and these have to be plus zeros, this should be I. So ask yourself, can you convert these real quick on the fly? Because you may need to do that, but it also shows how similar these are. And I just need to not do a line break here, but we'll do document.write just for kicks. And all I need is the output. like that, and then we can run it, and there's still a scalar output somewhere here. And we'll preview this and run it. I got a 12 here. So let's see. Oh, there's plus equals. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Uncut reference error or output is not defined, but it doesn't give me the line number. That's the issue. I don't see. Oh, there's one there, right there. There we go. So there we go. So let's we'll add a break tag here, and we'll add a break tag here. Oops, excuse me, caps. And then we have our FizzBuzz. We'll output this right here. We'll add a break tag to that. And now we get our FizzBuzz with the number. And once again, we can always do this too. So there's our FizzBuzz right there. Actually, the break tag makes it a little bit unique because if you have the fizz and the buzz, if it's together, then we should add right here at the break tag, right here at the bottom, instead of overriding each thing, because you might want FizzBuzz on the same line. There you go. There's our FizzBuzz question. But I would ask you to play with this and know it, because if you're going to be a developer, you might get asked this at some point.